Okay, hi all. Assalamualaikum. A very good afternoon to all of you. So today we're going to proceed our next class today. So the topic for this week is motivation. So before we start, what's actually motivation? So motivation is actually the individual drive that causes us to behave in a particular way. So in other words, motivation is actually the force that desires or the force that drives a person to achieve one objective. Okay, and it's actually the desire for you to work well. For example, you come to class. What is your motivation? What is the force that make you come to class? It can be um, the motivation. It can be your maybe the attendance. Maybe you like the lecturer, or maybe you enjoy to meet your friend. Okay, these are the motivation that motivate you, that force you to come to class. So you understand what is motivation means, right? So every professional, okay, at this one time or another faced with the challenges of finding the motivation to perform a task or to fulfill an obligation. So motivation is actually the individual drive that causes us to behave in a particular way. So this motivation is very personal. So different people, they are motivated by different rewards, experience, and also circumstances. I can say that I'm motivated because of I have my own reason, I have my own motivation, and you having your own motivation. So every people, they have a different motivation, different force that motivate them to do something. So the motivation force that cause one individual to get up every morning would not necessarily be the same with your other people. So maybe you wake up in the morning because of what? Okay, I wake up in the morning because I need to go to work. That's my motivation. So you guys wake up in the morning because you have class. So every people, they have different um, motivation force. Okay, it is because of the personal nature of motivation that manager, co-workers, and individuals are continuously seeking to develop a better understanding of what is necessary to create a motivation. So in motivation, actually motivation is very important in both of our personal and also professional life. So motivation maybe can be like push you to get you started, the gasoline to keep us going. So some people, they motivate actually like some kind of a minyak lah. You put a minyak and you can go anywhere you want. That is motivation, the driving force. Okay, same like in the customer service. So motivation in customer service, you should ideally come from the management to employee. So motivation normally come from management to the employee, from the top to bottom. So there are several methods of encouragement that can be implemented to keep the motivation of the customer service provider high. First, you can have the what we call as a recognition program. Okay, you have what we call as a recognition program, suggestion rewards, and also daily encouragement. So all this motivation we help to keep the customer service provider feeling good about their roles, about their responsibility, and they are playing in the overall provision to excellent customer service. So this is important for you to have this kind of motivation, and your management should know how to how to motivate you to do or to become a very good customer service provider. So there's a lot of things. One of the ways that you can actually motivate your employees is by giving rewards. Okay, what kind of rewards? Rewards tu dia bagilah macam it can be like I told you, monetary or non-monetary. So or some of them, even though you are not receive high salary, but the recognition that give appreciation that give by your by your employer can motivate you also, such as the appreciation that you do something, they appreciate, the boss appreciate you, recognize you. So this is also the way to motivate your employee. Okay, next we move to the needs and wants. Okay, what is actually needs and what is actually wants? Okay, needs is you can see here, our personal requirement and wants, things or experience that are desired. Or the other words, needs is something you require, something because it is essential, or this is main, it's very important for you. So I can see I already teach you about the hierarchy Maslow. Remember the hierarchy Maslow, we have five stages of hierarchy Maslow. We have psychological needs, safety needs, love needs, esteem needs, and also self-actualization. So this actually the needs, something that you is very important or essential, penting in your life. Example of these needs is like I can give you example like macam physical needs, basic needs, foods, all that things, right? So wants is things or experience that are desired, or you can say that something that you want, okay, something that you desire, something that you wish, something that you would like to have but you don't really need it. I can give you an example of needs and wants. Okay, example of needs is food. Wants is maybe you want to eat steak. Okay, needs is as long as you eat any food is fine, but wants is something that you want, desire. I want to eat steak. So this is the difference between needs and wants. Oh, I can give you example. Your needs is drink. Okay, maybe you like to drink coffee. Coffee is your needs, and wants is Starbucks. Okay, you desire to drink Starbucks, but while you can actually drink the normal coffee. So this is different between needs and wants. Okay. Alright, so when you want to apply an understanding of needs and wants to motivate in a professional environment, this what we call as misconception are very common. Now it's going to happen, it's very common. So what management can do, like what management may perceive as being the needs of its employees, may in the reality have a little importance and may result in having little motivational effect. So an employee would has a day of coming but must work overtime so that he or she can take it, may obtain little or no motivational value from the day off. So as frequently happen, while attempting to understand the expectation and perception, incorrect analysis may be made. Okay, next we move to the what we call as a common motivating factor. Okay, motivation, they actually can be both positive or negative. So in the positive motivation, for example, the positive motivation, you would like to drive a travel agent to book enough vacation so that he or she can qualify you for a free trip. A positive one. The negative motivation, it can be you drive people focus on losing weight by starving yourself. This is a negative motivation. So in this both case, actually motivation exists. Yes, exists. Motivation is there, but how you actually can differentiate between the positive and negative motivation. So there are some common motivation factor that has been discovered among adults. So this is the common motivating factor. Okay, individual respect, challenging work, encouragement from management, financial security, opportunities to express creativity, job security, opportunities for advancement, unified work environment, good benefits, a project approaching completion and approaching vacation, recognition from others, and also positive relationship with customer. So this is the common motivation factors among adults that have been found by the that have been discovered. So this recognition is another motivating factor that maybe some people will misunderstood. So a manufacturing company developed a program of recognizing outstanding employee by honoring them with a special luncheon and also commemorative mark. So recognition also some of factor that people might misunderstood. Okay, this one, the common motivating factor, you can memorize at least 5. Okay, next we have morale. Okay, what is actually morale? Okay, morale is an individual's or group's feelings or attitudes towards a job, supervisor, or company. So morale is an individual's or group feelings towards or attitude towards a job, supervisor, or company. So normally, the other meanings of morale is the confidence. Okay, the confidence, enthusiasm, and discipline of a person or group at the particular time, or we can call it as esprit de corps. Now, esprit de corps, or the meanings is a feeling of pride or mutual loyalty shared by the members of a group. So normally we have the high morale and also low morale. Okay, so high morale, they may result increase in productivity because of a high morale. They can be the employee loyalty and also dedication are strong. It can create by supportive management, unified work environment, and also individuals, department, and also corporate successes. So high morale also, they may result in increased motivation, and because the employees are feeling good about their situation, so they are less likely to miss work and are more like to make an appropriate contribution while they are there. So this is high morale. So low morale, when the employees and possibly management are feeling less positive, they feel a bit negative about their work and organization. So normally low morale, they may cause by the poor management, negative employees sharing their dissatisfaction with others, a company uncertain future, rumored layoff, and too much work or overtime, and smaller than expected salary increase. So the low morale can result in absenteeism. So you tend to not to come to work. Unprofessional behavior, and it's going to give you high turnover. So low morale, they may be difficult to correct. Even the manager who are aware that it exists may have difficulty to changing it. Okay, so it is important for you to ensure that your employee are having the high morale in the organization. So once you have the low morale, it will cause a lot of problem. Okay, next we see the self-concept and also motivation. So self-concept and motivation, they are linked in the process of enabling the individuals to work productively with others. So self-concept is actually the way in which person see himself or herself and think that others see him or her. So how you see yourself and what you think about others think about you. So this is what we call as a self-concept. So and individuals with a strong self-concept, they're able to view his or her ability in the positive way. If you have a good strong self-concept, you can know your ability in the positive way. Such people do not have it. They turn others for affirmation. They find affirmation within themselves. So this positive self-concept, they're going to result a person with the self-confidence. Okay, and they're going to have what we call a productive manner. So in the customer service provider, you must work you must work to develop a positive self-concept. How you want to do it. For example, you need to deal with the angry customer. They may take out their frustration to a person who trying to assist them in finding a solution to their problem. So when this happen, it will be easy if individuals if you have a poor self-concept, you take what the customer said to you personally. Okay, if you have a poor self-concept. But if you have a positive self-concept, you're going to create we can defend yourself to keep the customer action in the perspective. So you must have this positive self-concept. So unfortunately, there are many people that don't have this positive self-concept. So the society places a number of unrealistic examples of perfection before us. So I know it's very hard for you to have this kind of positive self-concept, but it is very important for you if you want to work in the customer service provider. Okay. Alright, before we proceed, let's see the code for this week quiz. Okay, the code is so bad. Motivation 08CS. Motivation 08CS. So all the capital letter, no space, there's no space. Motivation 08CS. Okay, next we move to the methods of improving self-concept. So every individuals, they have the ability to improve his or her own self-concept. So while others can affect how individuals see themselves, change must be begin within the individuals. In order for you to have to improve your self-concept, you must change, and it's begin with you. Okay, the first thing first that you must the first step, is in improving your self concept is to perform a self-assessment. Okay, what is actually a self-assessment? So self-assessment is an individual's evaluation in which individual's strengths and weaknesses are being identified. So you ask yourself, what are your weaknesses and also your strength. So a self-assessment is going to help you as an individuals to determine where you actually headed, and if they make no changes in themselves or in their behavior. So if you not change your individual's behavior, okay, what is their consequences? You must understand, you must ask yourself. So a self-assessment, they must be performed honestly. So you must be honest in order for you to do this self-assessment, and it's mean to evaluate the individuals. So to begin the performance to begin the performing of a self-assessment, you need to ask yourself the following question and record your answer on a sheet of paper or anywhere. So you can just jot down the answer, okay, and just need to what are the question, the self-assessment question. Okay, the first one is, what are my strengths? Okay, what do I receive compliment from others for having done well, and what do you think that I am good at? Your strength. I already teach you what is strengths, right? What is the things that you have and other people don't have? Your strength. Okay. Next is, what are my weaknesses? What kind of activities do I feel less confident in performing? Do I frequently make excuses or blame others for my failures? Do I finish what I start? Do I say yes too often? Do I make excuses or blame others for my failures? Do I finish what I start? Do I say yes too often? Or do I pull my weight in the group activity? Okay, you need to know what is your weaknesses. Means that the things that you lack of. Okay, there's things that you lack of. Okay, then how do I see myself? Am I dependable? Do I speak well in front of others? How is my sense of humor? What do I like most about myself? What do I like least? Okay, if I would change one thing about myself, what would it be? Okay, this kind of question. How do you see myself? That is, what are my likes and dislikes? What do you like and what you don't like? What kind of activities do I enjoy participating in? Do I like to sit in one place as I work, or do I like to move around? What subject did I enjoy the most while attending high school or college? Actually, this kind of question, it depends. It can be different based on your situation. Okay. Do I establish goals and work toward achieving them? So actually, in your life, you must have your own goals, and you need to find your way how to achieve that. Okay. Do I take pride in successfully accomplishing a task? Okay, this is the self-assessment question that you can ask yourself and answer it honestly, right? Okay, actually, it is not enough to perform a self-assessment. So after this assessment, the individuals, you must evaluate the recorded information. So when you evaluating, it's going to help. It is helpful for you to draw the conclusion and to develop a plan for future. So review the responses that you have recorded as you perform your own self-assessment. Are there specific areas in which you are pleased with your responses? As you draw conclusion about your strengths and also weaknesses, you must recognize that the future will be much more productive if you consider your strengths and weaknesses in establishing your goals. Okay, even if you are not entirely pleased with the outcome of your self-appraisal, you now have available new information about yourself. So sometimes we also don't know about ourselves. So this question is very good for you to self-assessment, to know about yourself. Okay, there are 10 tips for improving self-concept. So I don't have notes regarding this, so please listen to what I said. Okay, first one is see yourself as a success. See yourself as a success. So every individuals, they have a special contribution to make to the society. So those individuals who see themselves as success, they will as a result to demonstrate more self-confidence as they interact with others. So if you see yourself as a success, you are more confident. Okay, and it's going to affect all your action. All your action is going to affect. In most cases, you will behave as a successful person because in your mind you see yourself that way. So the way you motivate yourself is by to see yourself as a success person. Okay, next we have spend time with positive people. The people that you are friend with is actually going to influence you also. So it's very good for you to spend time with the people who are positive. So positive people, they tend to share encouragement. They're going to encourage you with those they spend time with. So by surrounding yourself with this kind of people, the positive people, you will be more likely to hear positive comment and to think in a more positive manners. So these positive people see what can happen, not what cannot. So these positive people normally, instead of you do mistake, they can encourage you in the positive way, not to condemn. Okay, so an individual who looks at the bright side of life will remind us of our successes at time when are having the difficulty seeing them. So it's very good for you to spend your time with these positive people. Then eat right. Makan dengan betul. Eat right. Okay, one of the challenges of leading a busy life nowadays is the temptation not to eat the food that will make us healthy. We tend to eat like junk food, all that things, right? It is easy to become so involved in carrying out our responsibilities that we neglect out our health. So if location or times restraint require you to frequent eat at a fast food restaurant, make the healthiest choice possible. So you cannot drink too much caffeine for coffee, soda or candy bars that maybe can make yourself experience high or low feeling. So you must drink 6 to 8 glass of water every day and so on. Okay, next, break a task down into a smaller steps. Okay, sometimes it is difficult for you to dive into a project because it seems overwhelming. So a good way to start it is to break the task down into the several smaller tasks. So if we have a big task and you start to maybe have 3 tasks in one project, have 3 tasks, so start to do one by one, make it like small tasks first. Okay, you maybe can start with the cover page introduction first, break down into the smaller step. Then we have get enough sleep. Okay, most adults need average of 8 hours of sleep per day. So try to determine at the appropriate amount of sleep for you. So if you awake, you will feeling tired, must always be awakened by alarm clock and tend to track as the days goes on. You probably needs more sleep. What you can do, you can try to go back 30 minutes earlier. Okay, and if you feels tired, you can go 45 minutes earlier, maybe 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. you already go to sleep. Next, reward successes. Okay, when you accomplish something that you are proud of, you must reward yourself. Just reward yourself. Okay, most of us know when we have done a good job, but all too often we may forget to give ourselves a well-deserved pat on the back. Okay, enjoy yourself and your friend to lunch or celebrate. Spend some time doing something that you enjoy, you smile and satisfaction that you did something well. So you must reward your successful by reward yourself. Then practice positive self-talk. So everyone talk to themselves. You talk to yourself. So right. Unfortunately, what we say to ourselves is not always positive. Okay. By saying negative things to ourselves, whether out loud or silently, you actually reinforce a negative thought and idea. So try to practice a positive self-talk to yourself, because this positive self-talk is actually indirectly motivate you. If you talk something negative about yourself, indirectly demotivate you. Okay. Next, do something for someone else. Doing something for someone else is often the best thing that you can do for ourselves. So by helping someone else, we focus our attention on someone else's needs. So unselfishness has long been recognized as a boost to the individual's self-concept. So what you need to do is offer to help the new employee learn the ropes, hold the door open for someone, take a sick friend to dinner, walk your vacationing neighbor's dog, whatever. Do something for someone else. Next is exercise. More and more companies, they are recognizing the benefit of having fit employees. So even if your company do not have a wellness program in place, you can create your own individual fitness routine. So you can just go exercise, go to gym, do exercise and so on to improve your self-concept. Last is the learn something new. So it is never too late to learn something new. So a new trend among adults is to embrace the idea of lifelong learning. So you must learn something new, whatever you see every day, put it as new knowledge. Okay, don't stop learning. Okay, this is the 10 tips of improving the self-concept. Okay, next we go to the power of self-motivation. How powerful is self-motivation? Because you can see the customer service is frequently a thankless job. So unfortunately, our customer usually come to us when they're having a problem or they feel upset. To achieve excellence in the customer service, oneself, they must have the ability to review a situation and to motivate himself or herself. So this is sometimes the only motivation that we are going to get. So how do individuals begin to motivate yourself? So this is the following the 7 steps that may be the process of how individual can motivate themselves. First is post quotation that you find motivating at your workstation, so that you can see them throughout your day. If you surround yourself with the positive messages, even the most challenging customer will have a hard time breaking your spirit. So you must motivate yourself with the positive message, positive things. Okay, even you face the very challenging customer that day, you're not going to have any demotivate. Okay, next is follow the tips for improving self-concept. By developing a strong self-concept, you will feel good about yourself inside and out. The third one is you need to set goals and strive to achieve them. By staying focused on your goals, you will be more likely to accomplish them and to have the satisfaction of achievement. Number 4, you can read motivational books or listen to motivational books on tape. Look for opportunities to listen, whether while driving, taking a walk, or working out. The motivational message will stay with you after the tape is over. If you are having a low energy day, walk, talk, and act like you are full of energy. Before long, you will forget that you were tired and will feel as good as you look. Next is develop your sense of humor and let others see it. Okay, A good laugh can help both you and those around you feel refreshed and motivated. Okay, a good laugh, not a laugh like this ha 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 ha, just, and sometimes your laugh also not really loud, so you have a good laugh. Okay, then have fun, motivate people, accomplish their goals, feel good about what they are, and enjoy life. So this is a seven step of the seven process how individual can motivate themselves. Okay, next we have teamwork. Okay, teamwork means working together to improve the efficiency of the whole. So for many employees, the idea of teamwork is appealing because employees can experience a unified approach to project or work that does not exist when all the responsibility rests with one individual. So some of the reason why employees prefer teamwork, according to the survey conducted for Dale Carnegie and Associate, they as follows. So this this teamwork, we're going to help you. They're going to help you indicates, increase, improve, all these following things. Okay, first is indicates lower stress. Okay, by teamwork, they're going to indicate lower stress. They're going to increase work quality. They're going to improve the attitude. Okay, they're going to increase profitability and going to increase productivity. So this is the things, the factors, reason why employee they love to teamwork instead of the individual. Okay, lastly, they have methods of saying thank you and motivating others. So sometimes the most motivating action that we can share with others is to express our appreciation to them. So saying thank you does not have to be very expensive, but it can have a rewards that are beyond measure. Means while some company do not recognize the benefit of expressing appreciation, many of the manager and companies, the employees want to work for appreciation, the tremendous power of recognition. So there's many ways for you to say thank you and to motivate others. Okay, first, you extend their lunch hour by 15 minutes, even though you don't give them money or increment, whatever. So this kind of thank you also, can motivate your employees. Okay, you can bring donuts for the entire department to celebrate an individual's or group special effort. You can send a personal note of thanks. You can give the employee corporate tickets to a special event. You can acknowledge employees' contribution in a department or company newsletter. You can designate a casual day in the employee's honor. You can allow a special employee to leave work early to beat rush hour traffic. Okay, you can see this is how the way you can say thank you and to motivate your employees. Because this kind of thing also can make them feel motivated, even though it's not big enough, even though it's not the monetary things, but this kind of ways, it's actually make your employees appreciate. Okay, it's like it makes your employee feel appreciate. Okay, the means that you appreciate your employees. So this kind of the motivating force behind the thank you is that the employees and departments know that their effort are noticed. So employees feel more pride in their work and in their contribution to the overall efforts of the company that is glad to have them as a part of a team. So as I told you, your employees is your asset. So you must know how to thank them. You must know how to appreciate them. You must appreciate their hard works, appreciate their works to your organization. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you understand. If you not understand, as usual, you can ask me or WhatsApp me or whatever. Okay, so that's all. Have a good day. Bye bye.